Okay, so last class we talked about parallel lines. So now we're going to look at perpendicular lines. So if you look at example 3, we have two lines, line A and line B, and these are perpendicular. Okay, they form a 90-degree angle, which makes that is the definition of two perpendicular lines. So if we look at our first line, line A, we want to find 2 points that cross through our graph nicely, and I'm going to use -2, 2, and 0, 6. So the thing to be careful about is that our graph is going by 2s, not by 1s. So when we rise, we're rising 2, 4, and then we're running 2. So slope of line A would be 4/2, or just 2. Okay. Now if we look at line B, find 2 points, and I'm going to use 0, -4, and 4, -6. So we're going to rise -2 because we're going down, and then we're running 2, 4. Okay, so our slope here would be -2/4, which reduces to be -1/2. So how do the slopes of two perpendicular lines compare? So if we write line or slope of line A as a fraction, this would be 2/1. Okay, so if you notice, the two slopes have opposite signs. Opposite signs, one is positive, one is negative. And then also the fraction is flipped. This is called a reciprocal. Or a flipped fraction. Okay, so what we often say for the slopes is that they are the two slopes are opposite reciprocals. Okay. All right, so now let's write an equation of a line perpendicular to a given line. And let's do example B. Okay. So we have the point -4, 5, and we are wanting to be perpendicular to the line -2x plus y equals -3. So this is our line 1. Okay. Remember, in order to find the slope of a line, we have to be in slope-intercept form. So we want to start off by solving for y. So I'm going to add 2x to the other side. So we have y equals 2x minus 3. And that tells us that our slope is 2. I'm going to say of line 1. So m1 equals 2. So now, if we want to find our perpendicular slope, and you can either do m2, I'm going to use the symbol for perpendicular, which is an upside down T. Okay, that's our symbol for perpendicular. So our perpendicular slope from 2, we change the sign, so it makes it negative, and we flip the fraction. So this is normally 2/1, so it becomes 1/2. All right, so now we want to write our equation in slope-intercept form. So let's practice point-slope form. So we have y minus y1 equals m times the quantity x minus x1. And remember, we have our point -4, 5, which is our x1, y1. So plugging in, we have y minus 5 equals our perpendicular slope we just found, which is -1/2, times the quantity x minus -4. Okay, we can simplify that. We have y minus 5 equals negative 1/2 times the quantity x plus 4. Now we want to distribute. So y minus 5 equals negative 1/2 times x is negative 1/2 x. And negative 1/2 times 4, half of 4 is 2. And a negative times a positive is a negative. And to get y by itself, our last step is to add 5 to both sides. So y equals negative 1/2 x, and negative 2 plus 5 is 3. So there is our equation of our perpendicular line. All right, I want you to go ahead and try A. Oh, let's pretend like this actually says A. Sorry about that. And we'll go over that together as a class. All right, looking at example 4, classify lines. So determine if two lines are parallel, perpendicular, or neither. So let's review that. So remember, parallel, those have the same slope, but they're going to have different y-intercepts. Because if they had the same slope and the same y-intercept, they'd be the same line. Okay. And then remember, perpendicular, those are going to be opposite, reciprocal slopes. And they could have the same y-intercept, that's fine. That would just be their point of intersection. Okay, so let's do B. So 2x minus 4y equals 6. So looking at line 1, I'm going to put a 1 and a 2 here. We have 2x minus 4y equals 6. Remember, to find the slope, we always want to get y by itself. I'm going to subtract 2x from both sides. We have negative 4y equals negative 2x plus 6. And to get y by itself, we're going to divide by negative 4. So negative 4y divided by negative 4 is just y. Negative 2 divided by negative 4. Remember, negative divided by negative is a positive. And we can reduce our fraction by 2, leaving us with 1/2 x. Minus, so 6 over 4 can reduce by 2 as well, and we get 3/2. Okay, remember the slope is always the number in front of your x when you're in slope-intercept form. So our slope here for line 1 is 1/2. All right, now let's look at line 2. We have y equals 1/2 x plus 3. So again, figure out our slope. And it's the number in front of our x. So the slope of line 2 is 1/2. So notice that our slopes are the same. So are the lines parallel, perpendicular, or neither? And that would be parallel. All right, you try example A, and we will check it in class.